Hello and welcome or welcome back to a Chip Off the Old Block Toys. My name is Jeff and today we have an exciting review. It's exciting because this is the first of the Bricklink Designer Series 4 sets that I'm reviewing. And I love these designer sets. I have bought almost all of them as they've come out. And this series is no exception. I bought all 5. We've done, I think it was 4 or 5 live streams building this. There is a playlist and you can watch that if you would. It's going to be at the end of the video. There's going to be a little card or pop-up thing there, and if you want to watch it, there it is. Alright, if you've never seen my reviews, let me just explain how I do this. Well, the first thing I do is I tell you a little bit about the set. Then we talk about the dimensions, then we talk about the minifigures, and then I rate from 0 to 10, 0 being the worst, 10 being the best, value, creativity, playability, ease of build, and part out value. There is a 6th ranking where I take those 5 scores and I average them, and that way when you see my different reviews you can rank them and it's kind of a weighted average. And also today we have a few more castle sets that Legos, I say recently, within the last few years, have come out with, and we'll go ahead and review that with this at the end. Just remember guys that these videos are Enzo approved. For starters, this set has 2,560 pieces and 9 minifigures, and it retailed for $229.99. Now this is a limited edition run. There was only like 30,000 made, and so if you want to get one, they're going to be pricey, but they are available like on Bricklink or eBay. Alright, well, let's start off with the dimensions. This is a pretty good size set for Lego. This set is 20.5 inches this way, it's 17 inches this way, and it is a total of 13.5 inches from the top of this guy's head to the table. If you're on the metric system, that is 52 centimeters by 43 centimeters by 34.5 centimeters. The minifigures, let's get to those. There are a total of 9 minifigures in this set, and according to Brickset, they're all unique, which means you cannot find them in any other set right now. Now that's subject to change, so I will say as the time of this video, these are all unique. So the first guy we have, he's got this blacksmith, and I like his tools, I like his beard. He looks kind of gruff, looks all right. The next person you have is a wagon driver, and yes, we do have the wagon. We'll show that to you a little bit later. The next guy we have just have a vendor with a flute. He sells exotic things, I guess, because he's got a snake in a basket coming out. We've got the vendor who is also looks like he's a fisherman, and well, he's got a rack of fish there. We have our archer, and we have 2 different guys that wield the crossbow, so there's 2 of those. And this guy, because he has a crown coin and the way he's dressed, I'm going to assume that he's the Lord, and this is his lady. This set is action-packed. I mean, it's got so much in here. And the first thing it has is value. This set, like I said, it retailed for $229.99. It had 2,560 pieces and 9 minifigures. And if you average that out, that is a flat 9 cents per piece, which, if you know Lego, that's a great price. They have not been below 10 cents for quite some time. I think the average is closer to 12 or 13 now. So finding a set that is just detailed for 9 cents is an excellent value, so I got to give it a 10 out of 10. Creativity. Well, before I give you the rating, let's talk about all the things that are in this set. Well, first, as you notice, we have some sea life right here. We've got what's supposed to be a starfish. We've got a clam here, and I don't know if you can really see it, but there is a lobster or a crab who is hidden right here. In addition, you've got little waves on the sides here. I love these little waves. I love how the tower is kind of built around this rock right here. And that is very true. I've seen castles in real life in Germany and in Luxembourg, and that is true. The castles are very much like that. They just build on whatever they had. They didn't have heavy machinery to move those rocks, so they just built around them. Here, you have a working crane slash hoist here, and it works right here. You can, play around with that. You've got a torch here, you've got a flag, and you also have what's supposed to be a wood platform inside the tower, and you can see that by these log pieces sticking out, and I love that. Another thing I love about this set is if you look really carefully, there's like a walkway between the towers, and you know, here and all that, and also over here you've got a little ladder that goes up to get to this tower. And most of the stuff is functional. There is a couple parts that are not functional, and that would be how you get to these tops of these towers. But in order to make it functional, they'd have to be a lot bigger. I just don't think Lego wanted to expend the pieces, and I don't think it would have been worth the money anyway. So I think they did a really good job with what they have. And also, you have the dock itself. And on the dock, you've got the blacksmith shop with a variety of helmets and other things, and the little plumes here for the helmets, a breastplate here. I think it's really cool. It's small, it's compact, but you get the point. Then you have vendor number one. He's got some bread and some cookies, and a little bit of cheeses over here. And yes, there is a mouse hiding underneath the table here. I guess he's trying to steal any crumbs that he can get as things go along. The dock, particularly, I like it, is that they use these round tiles that represent the logs, the end of logs, which is exactly what they would have been made out of. So I really like that little touch to it. I also forgot to mention that there are weapons. There are weapons here. There are weapons over here. And so it comes battle ready. In other words, there's a lot of detail. And we got vendor number two. He's got exotic things, probably looks like some spices, and he's got the good old snake in the basket. And if you ever seen movies, they always play that flute, which the guy has, to bring the snake out of the basket as if it's entranced, which we all know it's not, but whatever. And then the other thing you've got is you got this cart here with some sort of food in it, and then you've got another vendor here who's got all kinds of goodies. He's way bigger than this other food vendor, but he's got a lot going on here. And then you've got a dog with a bone. You've got another dock here with, again, some log ends on them. And you've got flags, you got seagulls, torches here. And the other thing I like about the set is this crest right here. There's also the same crest on the other side, and I will show that to you in a minute. But that crest looks very similar to another Bricklink series, and that is the Mountain Fortress, set number 910029. And the other thing I like about it, this is kind of like the Tale of Two Worlds here, this set, because you got the one side with the water, and then when you flip it around, it's almost as if you have a whole different set here. You've got dry land. And on that dry land, you've got some trees. You've got a tree that's been badly pruned over the years. I wish someone would have taught them how to do that. And again, you know, nothing big. The other crest on this side with the doors to get in. And the other thing I like about this is it's modular. Look at that. It comes apart. And on the inside, it's decorated as well. This side's not really. It just came apart because I touched it. But this side's got a little bit of cobblestone right here, along with doors that are functional. They're brick built. I like the brick built ones better than I do any in the other ones. And you've also got this catapult up here, and then here you've got like a little tavern thing going where, well, I guess a lot of soldiers have had some recreational things after hours. So given everything I've told you, there's no way that I can give creativity anything but a 10. And also, for the same reasons I've talked about, playability is also a 10. You know, you've got two things that I haven't shown you yet. You've got the ale wagon, complete with some grapes on the side there. And you've also got this small little boat that's used for fishing, it looks like. And so the playability is a 10 as well. Ease of build, well, I am going to knock it a little bit. The one thing I really don't like about these sets, and I love these sets, by the way, these Bricklink Designer sets, I love them. I just don't like the fact that Lego is cheap and does not provide instructions. They provide you this card, which does have a QR code. You can scan it on your phone and you have instructions. The only problem is these instructions are huge. It usually bogs down my computer some. I have a gaming laptop that's only about 2 years old, so there's no reason that it should get bogged down with something like that, but the file is so dang big that it does. So I do not like that. And I mean, as far as the build itself is not too difficult. There's 655 steps, which, you know, that's not really too bad. That's about 4 pieces per step. Not too difficult, but I'm going to give it a 4 because I really hate the PDF file. I really think that if you pay this much, you should get instructions on paper. And I also have to say that, speaking of paper, Lego has been promising us paper bags, and this set has 0 paper bags. They're all plastic. And the other thing too I don't like about it is, well, if you have Lego, I use it to get away from screens. I don't like looking at a computer screen, a tablet, my phone, and so I use Lego to get away from that. And they are forcing me back to a screen by having only a PDF available. So I don't like that. Part out value though, I gotta give it a 9. There's some excellent pieces here. You've got tiles, you got regular brick, you got the masonry bricks, you got plates, you've got some decorated tiles instead of stickers, you got a horse, you got a barrel. There is so much here to part out and to do other things with that, like I said, it's a 9. And overall, it's an 8.6 out of 10 if you average all those scores out. Now, I promised you that I would show you other sets. So let me go ahead and bring those forward and let's take a look. So here we have the Mountain Fortress, which is set number 910029. It came out in 2024, 3,995 pieces and 9 minifigures. Now, if you can tell, the quality of these are just superb. This Bricklink Designer set. I mean, you've got here, one of my favorite things about this set is this flag right here. I love the flag. It's on both sides, and the flag is tile or brick built instead of just being a simple flag piece that you put on there like a lot of other Lego sets would be. And also, I've already showed you the crest before, but I love the crest that is over the castle right here. I think it just looks great. The detail on this, oh my gosh, I love this. I love the owl up here. I love the flags. I mean, you've got this working thing right here that basically works on, I'm sorry, I got sidetracked there. It works on this right here, and I'm not really doing it right, but there you go. You've got this gate right here, that iron gate like many of them had, all of them had pretty much. And you've got this little building right here that looks medieval. I love the snow caps. I mean, they just did a really good job, and when you flip it around, it's got some secrets to this. And this one doesn't move, but this one over the prison does move. So the guy can actually be broken out of prison here, a little dungeon. I love that aspect. Love the trees. And I also like the drawbridge. It is also a working drawbridge. Of course, when the pieces line up perfectly, it is. And there you go. You've got the ability, and it looks like it's not working for some reason. It was working earlier. So I apologize. There you go. And you've got a little training area up here, some weapons. You've got the king's area here. The other thing I like about this set is that it does open up so that you are able to see the inside, which inside has a horse stable down here, and you've got a little play area for a kid down here. And I guess some pieces got knocked loose there. I'll have to fix that later. But anyway, the set's really awesome. But there is another set that I'd like to bring forward to compare, and that is the Lion's Night Castle. The Lion's Night Castle, it came out in 2022. It is set number 10305. It has 4,392 pieces and 21 minifigures. Now, right off the bat, I think the detail and quality of the two Bricklink Designer sets far outpaces the Lion's Night Castle. However, I still think the Lion's Night Castle is a great set, and I'm not knocking it. Now, there are some things here. You've got the inside of this guy, this gate right here, it comes up and down, and I forgot, and I'll be honest, I forgot how to work the drawbridge. It has just been so long since I've had to work all this. It's been kind of sitting on the shelf collecting dust. I had to dust it off, but anyway, I really do like this set, and I like the fact that even though Lego has discontinued their castle series years ago, they're kind of bringing it back. And if you've been collecting all these, you've got a great selection. There's also this Forest Stronghold. Unfortunately, I already wrecked it, so I'm not including it in this. But the Forest Stronghold is the little Robin Hood looking figures, little green forestmen. And they offer an opposing side. Of course, you could always have these castles fight each other. So anyway, there's a lot going on here. I do appreciate you guys watching this video. If you would, hit the like button, subscribe, check and make sure you're still subscribed if you already subscribed before. Turn on all notifications and leave me a comment below. Also, if you want to support the channel, here's a couple different ways. Make a donation, there's a PayPal link. Head over to Bricklink and you can get parts for your mocks and mods, and I get money from the pieces you buy, so I can buy more pieces myself and do these reviews. And also you get over to Etsy. We do carry, or we do manufacture and carry Akro-Mils small dividers for your storage needs of Legos. Or if you want to, you know, organize your nuts and bolts in the garage. It all works for that. Anyways, if you don't have the financial means, there's a couple different ways you can help the channel. One is to be my marketing department by sharing a link to this video on other social media platforms, and the other way is just watching their video right after this one. And please, if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe, because I looked at my numbers and only 60% of people that watch my videos are subscribed. 40% of you are not, and it actually tells me that 40% of that 40% keeps coming back and watching videos, but you haven't subscribed. So please subscribe, I'd appreciate it. All right, be good to each other, stay safe out there, and I'll catch you on my next video.